Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Now I'm doing these back to back just because I have this and I have the time. And I've kind of broken away from our list that I have made of coexisting contradicting band names. Um, Not on purpose, but I have that list and I'm going to get through it. But when something comes to my mind, then I look at it so I don't forget it instead of writing it down and making my list longer. So right now we're looking at Mike and the Mechanics, which is an old band. They sang In the Living Years. I think everybody probably heard that song. Now, I never had any of their albums, but I'm just looking for discrepancies, and actually I was looking for something like Mike and Mechanics or Mike's Mechanics or something, along those weird lines. Not really expecting to find anything, but what I found was a discrepancy in their album covers. And what is the Mandela Effect after all but a discrepancy, right? A discrepancy in memory from what things are now, discrepancy. That's what you're dealing with, and that's what you got here. So, I'm going to provide these links, as always, in the description. And how about Mike and the Mechanics, now that you've gone, with an and sign, Mike and the Mechanics, with a little and sign. All right? And I'm only going to provide that, but I'm going to provide this search, and you can go through and see Mike and sign the Mechanics. Mike and sign the Mechanics hits, and Mike and the Mechanics M6, Mike and the Mechanics with an and sign. So a lot of them are. But then, if you get to Mike and the Mechanics, the singles, 1985 to 2014, I didn't even know they were still a thing in 2014, to be honest. You got Mike plus sign, Mike plus the Mechanics, Mike plus the Mechanics instead of and. And then that wasn't the only one. There was Mike plus the Mechanics, and I'm not sure what album that is, but it's definitely an album cover, and it's got Mike plus the Mechanics. Mike plus the Mechanics, Living Years. I thought that was the Living Years, but apparently it's Living Years. There's another discrepancy that I just noticed. How about Mike plus the Mechanics, Rewired plus the Hits? Mike plus the Mechanics right here, another one. Favorites, the very best of. Mike plus the Mechanics. All I Need is a Miracle. Mike and the Mechanics hits. I think we hit that one with an and sign. Oh, here's karaoke Mike and the Mechanics with and spelled out. Perhaps we should provide this. I mean, it's a karaoke thing, so who knows? I suppose somebody did that themselves. But this says Mike and sign the Mechanics, but if you go down here to the actual picture, it has and spelled out. So that's different. And if you Google them, let's just Google them real quick and just see what they actually are if you Google it, what they say. Oh, they say it's Mike plus the Mechanics, so the actual... And then if you look at the Wikipedia, it's Mike and spelled out the Mechanics. But I don't see that on any albums, guys, not spelled out. But apparently they are Mike plus the Mechanics, plus sign, not Mike and the Mechanics. That's a weird one to me. Mike plus the Mechanics, and if you go down farther, they do have Mike and sign the Mechanics. So apparently in this reality, they're both, as opposed to one or the other. So, I guess we're going to do it like this. I can't find an album that says Mike A and D spelled out the Mechanics. All right, that's just some stuff typed here. Like the Wikipedia page is Mike and the Mechanics. But if you Google them, they're Mike plus the Mechanics. And if you look at their albums are split between an and sign, Mike and the Mechanics, and Mike plus sign plus the Mechanics, Mike plus the Mechanics. So I guess we'll vote this way. If you remember Mike and the Mechanics, like me, we'll thumb this up. If you remember Mike plus sign the Mechanics, we'll thumb this down. And if you remember both, because that's the way it is now, comment both. And I don't know about this A and D. You can make a comment about this Mike A and D the Mechanics, but I can't. It's not on any of the album covers. So we're going to go with what's on these album covers right now. And sign and plus. Up for and sign, down for plus. And comment both if it was always both, and leave a comment if you think you know anything about this and spelled out. So there's some more contradictions, a little more discrepancies. So that's going to be it for this one. I ran it longer than I wanted to, but this one was a weird one. So for now, thanks for all your thumbs up, thumbs down. Thanks for your comments, leads, feedback, and subscriptions. And thanks for watching, guys. And for now, you guys have a great rest of your day.